So today we're gonna go with part 4 of our series of renovating the lawn. As you can see, I have here with me the aerator. We're gonna use it in a few moments to poke some holes on the soil. I'm gonna make sure that it's prepared and ready for the seed. Wait a minute. I hope you're not thinking it was that easy to get to this point, are you? Let me say it was a lesson reminder for me that you always want to have room for a project like this, you know? Make space in your timeline schedule for different steps you want to follow before seeding. In other words, take it easy. This is very likely not your main job, and as a hobby, you have to take it easy. So, between scarifying the thatching and this point, we had the leveling crew coming, doing their thing, putting down 7 scoops of dirt, and right then we realized that it didn't make sense keeping that stump at the front, ruining the aesthetic of the front yard, just to get removed 5 months after. So we went after the hard work and got rid of it ourselves. Unfortunately, right after that, we realized that the tree at the front was overgrown, and with tornado season coming right after winter, we needed to trim it down a bunch and cut off some big branches. We called the same amazing leveling crew. Big shout out to Rocky Lawn and Tree. They came, cut off, and got rid of those big branches. So almost around a month after, we were ready to aerate and do the final prep to seed. A good practice when you're doing this for the first time and you're not 100% sure where the sprinkler heads are is to mark them with those stake marking flags. Another thing I noticed while doing this is you will overlap some holes, which is okay. The only thing you want to avoid is having big areas without holes, unless, of course, they're difficult to access and you're planning on coming back and poke them with a manual aerator. Important thing now is we're in a budget, not passing the 4 hours of the rental. We're pretty tight right now. It's 5. It needs to be returned at 6:10. So try to hurry up as much as we can. A little disclaimer here, if you don't like hard work, don't get into doing this. Just pay somebody to do it. Of course, if you have to afford it, otherwise you have to save some money. But yeah, it is hard work. This ain't easy. So make sure that you balance the cost and the effort that you're gonna put down to do this thing. make it, guys. The big store rental is 20 minutes away. I finished aerating at 5:40 p.m. and the machine needs to be returned at 6:10 p.m. Cleaning the machine took me about 10 minutes, loading another 8 minutes, and I left at 5:58 p.m. 2, 3, timing. You guys are awesome. See you on the next one. Shalom, shalom. Guys, let me tell you, we got to the store just a bit after. Thanks God we were having the shift. There was this guy that was doing the rental for me earlier. He left, so he was not in the store. So there was another guy that took over the rental because there was nobody when I got there. And pretty much everybody that was returning was counting the exact time of the return. So I got lucky, and fortunately I was marked as returning on time.